Hi, Godzo Medicine PS4 and PS5 nowadays and Medic Maniac YouTube. So as you can see, Project Cars 2, and as you can see, just going through the settings that I have and that I'm using at the moment. These may be tweaked with the game. Very early on in the game, so as you can see there, I haven't got the difficulty right up. Using authentic, obviously, as you could see on the settings, and this was the last round of the Ginettas. I chose the Ginettas at the start of the game, and we were doing Snetterton, and when I practiced for Snetterton I was rubbish. I was, but I managed to get pole in qualifying, so that helps a lot when you're on pole, and I got a good start and we're away. So yeah, having picked this game up second hand for less than a tenner, it's really quite cheap now. So if you're a racing fan, simulation fan, and you have PS4 or PS5, because it'll play PS5 as well, the second hand market is the place to go, especially since this and Project Cars 1 has been delisted from the stores, so you can no longer download them digitally or the DLC. So if you see a They Finished the Game edition on disc, second hand, that's the one to get. On the internet I did a bit of checking about this game. I found a lot of interesting information and debate about this game, and one of the things initially I remember when Project Cars came out, there were quite a few people having issues controlling it. I'm not having that problem. I had a look on the internet, and these games, as you could see from my screenshots that I took of my settings, these games have room for the player to configure their controller settings how they wish. I think the only issue that I did really find was if you are using a wheel, then you're best off playing this game on the PC, because the force feedback, from the information that I gathered, the force feedback on console wasn't great, but on PC you can download patches to help you out with force feedback, and once that's done, I've seen players say that that's really good then. It feels really good, you know, when they get the right one for their wheel and their, you know, for them. The controller settings, like anything else, we're all individuals, and some people's pads differ to others slightly in dead zones and what have you. You know, like say if you've got a pad and you've been using it for a while, maybe it's, you know, not like your mates or somebody else's, you know, maybe there's slight differences in, you know, the stick and stuff and the movement. So do take time to run cars in the test bit, different types of cars on different types of tracks for a while, just to get your controller settings, because it is playable on a pad. Absolutely. And I'm finding it quite fun right now. I like the game. Haven't got into the tuning model obviously, and as you could see I haven't really ramped up the difficulty yet, although as you can see from this footage here, I'm not really having any problems. When in the first round of the championship at Alton Park I did rubbish, and I think I came last or something, because it was my first sort of experience with this game, and I'm having to learn tracks, like for example Snetterton, that I'd never done it before. So this game was a first for me, so I had to learn it as I went through this session. And there'll be lots of time to pick up on it, and you know, places like Donington, they're not places that I do very much in racing games, if at all. So like Donington, I think Donington National, I think that was a first for me. I've done things like Silverstone National, but I'm learning as I'm going along. So when I get more into the game, obviously I'll get into the tuning models and ramp up the difficulty a bit more. But I'm enjoying it so far. You know, it'd be interesting to try different cars. Obviously I did the demo a while ago, and there's different cars to use on there, but I didn't put in my controller settings because I didn't research all that at that time. I just played the demo with default stuff and I enjoyed it. It's good. I like the weather in this game, the rain tracks and stuff, they're very good. So yeah, if you're like me and you're put off GT7 because of all the microtransaction rubbish and you aren't, you know, you don't curl your nose up at second-hand games. I know some people do, don't they? But the second-hand game market is a good one. So if you can find a They Finished the Game edition and you are a racing fan, then, you know, it's up to you if you give it a whirl. Less than a tenner. And obviously you won't be able to get the DLC now, which is why I recommend you try and get a They Finished the Game edition. But yeah, put you on a bit. I don't think they're going to sort out GT7. I think microtransaction and milking and exploiting customers is here to stay, and I think it's going to get worse. Horrible what's happening to the gaming industry at the moment, but this game's pretty good so far for me. I like it. Saw a lot of debate about, you know, the title simulation and applying it to this game. Some people believe it is a simulation, some people believe it's not, and they believe that the proper simulations are on PC. The problem with PC is that, you know, they use a different business model, paywalls and stuff, so you can never actually get all the sort of stuff like you do in the disc game. It's like, I know there's more stuff potentially on PC, but you have to pay like loads, don't you, for all that content, and you don't get physical editions of games on PC either. So, you know, there's a lot of downsides to that, even though the physics models and stuff on the, you know, the handling models and that on the really sort of top end sims are, you know, good stuff. So there's pros and cons to both. But the Guinness has been interesting. It seems to put a lot of effort in by the sound, and it doesn't seem to go very fast, but I like it. It's good. And I enjoyed this circuit. So yeah, I did rubbish in the first race, and then I won the rest. And obviously I'm strolling to victory here, so I think I'm just going to have to take a look at difficulty and what I want out of the game, but I'm just trying to get used to it at the moment, and then I'll be trying to get used to like setting up a car and everything else and how this one works, because I think I said before in a different video that all the games are different when you try and set up cars with physics and handling and everything else and tyres and stuff. But I've heard a lot of good things about the tyre model in this game. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, as well as, you know, the criticism it has for its faults and stuff. But yeah, second hand, it's definitely worth a punt. It's definitely worth a look if you like simulation games. Like I said before, there's obviously a lot more time for me in this circuit the more I get used to the game. And the more I get used to cars in this game and setting up and everything, there'll be a lot of time to pick up. but this win secures me the little championship win for the first bit of the game in career mode. So thanks for watching, and I shall catch you later. Take care.